Hi, in this video we are going to talk about the fourth law, the last law, how to make it satisfying. Okay, yeah, this is the fourth law of behavior change, is make it satisfying, and this is the 15th chapter, the cardinal rule of behavior change. Okay, so let's start. So first thing he said in this chapter, we are more likely to repeat a behavior when we experience it satisfying. Yeah, it's true. Let's suppose you're doing a habit, you just made a habit of running, then you feel after that running you feel little bit satisfied. Means when you show your result, means after 1 week you found you're getting little bit less fatty, or your health getting better, then you will get satisfied with that, then you're going to repeat that again. So that's what he was saying. If you are more likely to repeat a behavior when the experience is satisfying, when you get satisfied with something, then you're going to repeat it again. So this is what he was talking about. Okay, and these are the common things actually. Yeah, that's it. So let me tell you, actually I missed that part. Where is the part? Okay, and the second thing he said, the human brain evolved to prioritize immediate rewards over delayed rewards. Okay, so actually he was trying to say how our mind works, how our brain and how how entire system works. He was talking about we respond towards quick rewards, not a delayed rewards. Let's suppose you're doing something long work, means which is it take long time, then you get frustrated with that. You sometimes you quit those things, and these things. So, and also sometimes you do pause of that, I'm not going to do it, I will do for next month, I will continue, like this thing you do in your life. So he was talking about, if something you are doing in your life, if it's give you instead means instinct, means like suddenly or quickly reward something, then you get satisfied with that, then you start wanted to repeat that one again. So yeah, this is what he was talking about. Means we immediate response to quick rewards, immediate rewards, we respond quickly, and we can't want delayed rewards, means a long time after I will do, because our mind get frustrated with that, that's why we don't want it to do that shit. So okay, the third thing he said, the cardinal rule of behavior change, means what is immediately rewarded is repeated, and what is immediately punished is avoided. Means okay, this is the cardinal rule of behavior change. This is a law, or this is a formula, you can say a method he just explained. Means whatever do something, you wanted to repeat something so you can build your habit, so you have to feel immediately some satisfying thing. Okay, let's suppose you are eating something veggie kind of thing for your health, but you feel little bit boring, you don't want even see your results, because it's a long thing. If you going to eat at least for 1 month, then you're going to see your little bit results. So people getting frustrated. But if you can little bit change this thing, let's suppose what you like to eat in vegetables, what's your favorite vegetables and what's your favorite fruits, then eat those things only. Then after that you will get satisfied by their flavors, by their taste. Then you can get response, then you get satisfied with that, then you're going to repeat that again and again. Then yeah, after 1 month you will going to see yourself little bit good condition with your health. So how it's became habit, means immediately reward is repeated, means something you going to get some result quickly and immediately, then you're going to repeat it again. And yeah, so these are the things. And the fourth thing he said, to get a habit to stick, you need to feel immediate successful, even it's a small way. To get a habit to stick, you need to feel immediate successful, even it's a small way. Means let's suppose you are working on something big, like I just like give you example about vegetables. Even it's a long way to go, you have to make something, a small thing, so you can get satisfied with that. Means small things, then after, so that's the way you can continue, you can do successfully with that. Otherwise you will going to get frustrated with that, and you're going to quit that one. So that's why it's important and it's matter. So yeah, this is it. So the last one is, The first three laws of behavior change: make it obvious, make it attractive, and make it easy. Increase the odds that a behavior will perform this time. The fourth law of behavior change is make it satisfying. Increase the odds that a behavior will be repeated next time. He was talking about the first three rules, means how make it obvious, make it attractive, and make it easy. Using these three methods, we can we can means do well in our making habit. But if you satisfy with these everything whatever you have done, if you get satisfied, then definitely you're going to repeat it again, because you wanted more that satisfaction. So that's why. So it's everything is matter with everything. So this is the 15th chapter. Now we are going to talk about the 16th chapter, how to stick with good habits every day. Okay, so let's talk about this. So first thing he said in this chapter, you will understand the complete his chapter, okay? And this one is so small and so understandable, because we already know in our life. So first thing he said in this chapter, one of the most satisfying feeling is the feeling of making progress. Means he was talking about if you are progressing in something, let's suppose it's a long journey, whatever you're doing something, so if you're doing that work and you're progressing something, then you will love to do it continually. Otherwise, if you're not seeing any yourself progressing about that, then why are you going to do continually, right? It's so common. Let's suppose I'm doing some work, I'm not finding myself I'm progressing, then I will quit and try different thing, right? Like that way. So it's really matter. And second thing he said, a habit tracker is a simple way to measure whether you did a habit, like marking on X on a calendar. Yeah, he's talking about, let's suppose you are working on something habit or some work, then you can cross that day you completed. So whenever you go and see on calendar next time to cross that day, then you will see how many days you completed this work, then you will feel little bit proud yourself. So this is how it's work everything. And the third thing he said, habit trackers and other visual forms of measurement can make your habit satisfying by providing clear evidence of your progress. Yeah, that's what I told you. Whenever you whenever you go on calendar and see yourself, means you just visualize, you're just actually seeing your progress, how you come here so far, like everything is. And also when I was completed my 75-day challenge, I feel so good. Means I work so hard, I progress little bit so much, then that's why I continued my 100-day challenge like that way, because I feel good. So yeah, this is he was talking about. If you going to visualize how much you progress in your life, how much progress on that work, so you will continue doing that work. And that's how it's became our habit, how it's became our automaticity. Means it's matter, it's important. And also the fourth thing he said, don't break the chain, try to keep your habit streak alive. Means he was talking about, let's suppose you're doing something, okay, and you take a break for one day because you get sick, then it's okay, but after next day, let me add one sentence more. Never miss twice. If you miss one day, try to get back on track as quickly as possible. Yeah, now let me tell you the both sentences meaning. The first thing he said, don't break chain, means if you're working on something so depth with it's and also it's so important, then don't try to break that day. Means if you're doing every day, let's suppose I started my 75-day challenge, so if let's suppose I break one day, then it's not 75-day challenge, means I just break one day, means I break that chain, so it's not matter. And the next thing after he said, if it's okay if you break one day, it's okay, you didn't cross any criminal law, you didn't break any criminal law, it's okay if you make a fuss because you get sick or you have no time to do that work, so it's okay. But you're going to make that chain forever if you're going to break that your day or routine for twice. So never do that. And yeah, whenever you make a one day break, then start to come next day, yeah, try to do that work again for your next day. So that's how you can continue streak means whatever you're doing every day, means with consistency. So yeah. And the last thing he said, just because you can measure something doesn't mean it's a something important thing. So it's so easy one. Means something, just because you can measure something doesn't mean it's the most important thing. Let's suppose you are studying for 3 hours, so but you just know, means it doesn't mean it can measure your result. He was talking about, means you're studying 3 hours only maths, so it can't measure you're going to get results in English or history. So this kind of his thing he was talking about in this chapter. And yeah, that's it. And the last chapter is 17th chapter, how an accountability partner can change everything. So let's talk about this. Okay, so let's talk about the last chapter, how an accountability partner can change everything. So this is the 17th chapter. It's our last chapter of this fourth law. So it's, and also this chapter is about inversion of the make it satisfying, means how you can make it unsatisfying. Okay, so let's talk about the first thing he said. We are less likely to repeat a bad habit if it's painful and unsatisfying. It's so easy. Means something, let's suppose you are repeating a bad habit, but if that result is going to bad for you, so you will never going to repeat that. Let's suppose, give you example. Let me give you example. Let's suppose I wanted to, break my habit, bad habit. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to tell my sister, if I going to repeat this bad habit, then you can take my all savings money. So I will going to scared with, because if I going to lose that, means I'm going to repeat that my bad habit, then I will lose my all money. I have to give my all my money to my sister. So that's mean it's painful. So I'm not going to repeat that one. I'm not going to do even. So like these things, these challenges we shouldn't do in your life to break bad habits. That's what he was talking about. And the second thing he said, an accountability partner can create an immediate cost in action. In action, we care deeply about what others think of us, and we don't want others to have a laser opinion of us. Yeah, this is true. He's talking about accountability partner. Let's suppose like how I'm make my sister accountability partner. I put my everything on her. Whenever I'm going to do bad habit, that then she will take my all money. And also let's suppose she is not my sister there. Let's suppose I said to my friend, if I'm going to repeat some bad habit, then you can take my all money. So I'm going to think about that first of all. If I going to, let's suppose I don't have that much interest about money, yeah bro, I'm going to do that habit because I wanted to do. So you can take my money. But sometime it's also work on who's the person. If that person is something for you, then you're going to think about it at least 2-3 times. Means bro, how let's suppose I did, and but that person going to think about me wrong. He going to think about me, I'm a dumb person, I can't do things in my life. So like these things. So it's matter everything. Okay. And the next thing he said, a habit contract can be used to means a habit contract can be used to add a social cost to any behavior. It makes the cost of violating your promises public and painful. Means he was talking about you have to make a contract with habit. A habit contract means about social cost, like how I give you example with my sister. If I am going to break that day, or I'm going to repeat that bad habit, then I will lost. Okay. And you can also do this thing in with lots of your groups with your friends. If you can announce your bad habit, if you ever going to see me doing that work or doing that bad habit, then you can I will give you 100 rupees, I will give you 1000 rupees. Like these crazy things you should do, because it's so easy thing to break your bad habits, because it's so easy to do. And also because you can't we can't do, or we can't stop to doing these bad habits by ourselves. So that's why he was talking about you can make a partner. It could be your friend, it could be your relationship, it could be your any kind of relationship. Okay, your friend, father, mother, your sister, okay, anyone. And the last thing he said in this chapter, knowing that someone else is watching you can be powerful motivator. And yeah, let's suppose my friends are watching me because I was going to drink at bar, but my friend saw me and waving me, where are you doing here? Then I'm not going to that way, because if I'm going in that, then I will, gonna think, they will going to think me bad. And also whenever I'm going to see, then I will get engaged with that. Engage means, yeah, I'm going to, involve with that, what's everything, casual things. So I'm not going to think about my bad things. That's what he's talking about. Means if you have someone with your backside, then you can feel, their little bit presence. You're not going to that. Okay, let's suppose today, when a guy came here, so whenever he came at morning for running, so today, but he feel little bit lazy. But when I came, then I said, okay, let's do little bit run, then after that you don't need to do that. Then we started to do that, but after that we continually doing that. He even also doing that with me. So means whenever is someone with someone new or watching you, then you can be a motivator. You can do without stopping yourself sometimes, like this thing. Okay, so yeah, that's it. This is the last chapter of fourth law, and we completed the fourth law. The first law is how make it as obvious, and the second one is how to make it attractive, and third one is how to make it easy, and the fourth one is how to make it satisfy. And also we have learned about their inversions, how make it unobvious, how we can make it unattractive, and how we can make it uneasy, and the last one is how we can make it unattractive, means unsatisfying. So we have learned about everything about habits, and now we can make a habit, and also we can break a bad ones. So, and also I'm thinking I should time to time I should revision this chapter, because it's so important. Because of this I can change my entire life, because of this, because every tiny changes matters. Like how he started this chapter, means how he started everything from his front page. He said tiny changes, remarkable results. Means everything it's matter. Whatever you do, even one single day, it's matter. It's motivate you. It can change your life. Okay, so yeah, these are the things. And also after these 4 laws, he also mentioned advanced tactics. So I'm going to also read this one on my next video, and I will explain you what I understand from these chapters. Okay, so yeah, that's it. So bye, see you tomorrow on my next video.